man. When we talk about positive black images, man, you had a show on A&E. Why didn't they continue doing that? Because this is the stuff that people need to hear.
Because black unity and unity of poor people is a crime. You can find kiddie porno, you can find black on black murders, getting killed on selfie while you're on your phone on there, but you can't find not one Peacemaker LA Gang War segment on there.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.
I think I was talking to you, Eiht, and I noticed that with us as black men, right, I've noticed each generation seems like they're doing a little bit better than the previous, but not really, because when you looked at a brother that was a certain age, if you looked at a brother in 1975 that was 30 years old, he carried himself a certain way, right? It's like, sometimes it's almost like our growth is stunted, because I see some of these brothers online and just some of these brothers in the street, you know, they may be 50 years old, bro, but they got the mentality of like a 16-year-old. What do you attribute that to? It's like our growth has been stunted somewhere. I see some of these brothers, and some of these brothers are guys that make pretty good livings, but they act like fools.
Well, that's called buck breaking. And it's been around since the beginning of time. You see, a deck of cards got a king, a queen, the ace of spades, the joker. What position do you play amongst our people? You got a lot of jokers. You got a lot of queens. You got a lot of jacks. What position do you see? I play chess, but I play chess with all pawns on the table. Because I don't have time to play no games, and then I don't need no clock. So when you're dealing with a situation where you got brothers personifying that type of imagery and then coming back influencing our youth, that's by design. That's America. America never cleaned up the image of black people. They never gave them the two, for example, and not to cut your wisdom, the Black Wall Street. The most positive thing could have ever happened. But somehow or another they infused some bullshit in there and fucked them off. The Crips and Bloods. They started out as something to protect Spooktown from the white gangs that was up in Huntington Beach, called the Dirty Draws Gang. See, the first gang injunction was put on the Dirty Draws Gang in Huntington Beach. A white child, and no pun intended, but I speak from where I am. A white child walking down Melrose, sagging, with his pants hanging down, earrings over here and tattoos. He's an aspiring rock star. But Lil Pookie Loku Po ain't got number best but Western surplus clothes on, shoes tore up, walking down Melrose. He's considered a gangbanger trying to steal something. When college kids go in college at USC and UCLA and they get drunk and drown their homeboy and all that, they have a safety net for them. But when Pookie get killed and shot up at a party, he's going to the penitentiary. When the little Caucasian or oppressor shoot up a school, they always go and say, well, he was a good kid. And he always handcuffed from the front and they take him to McDonald's. But when little Pookie get in some trouble, his head slammed in the back of the car, his arms up like this, and they go take his brother and put him in the hole in the penitentiary and cut his mama rent off and cut him out the projects. You have to know systemically what's going on. When you point one finger at people, there's always four pointing at you. And our youth today have been misguided, and it's just like a train at Christmas. You just learning how to work it, but then if you learn to center it on the track right and go a little bit slow and give it just a little bit less juice, you can turn them corners. They just need a little bit more guidance. You got to teach them about people like George Soros, S-O-R-O-S, who funds Black Lives Matters, who funds the destruction of human beings, who's alive today. You have to teach them about cats like Epstein, who forget him trying to have sex with young girls, you nasty bastard. But what about the Virgin Islands suing you because of all the biological experiments that you were doing on black children and in Africa and the Virgin Islands?
Speak on it.
And all them subsidiaries you set up. Or what about your boy up there at the top, Mel Gibson, who's talking about whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop is eating and having sex with babies and yada, 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 yada. But then you turn around and they blame it on R. Kelly and P. Diddy. What is it? So you're saying shit rolls downhill. Take the light off of them. But you go to camera 2.
See, you know what that is too, Malik? The chickens are coming home to roost right now. A lot of these brothers like Diddy, and not to get all into this stuff, but they thought they had a seat at the table at one time. And they are about to take the brunt of a lot of this stuff or either come up missing probably.
Beloved, I think it's more like we all been in the game. You have. The game will send you a bill. Like for me, I only dated wealthy women for a long time because I sold black dick to bury black babies. That's the name of one of my books. Because every time I go turn a trick with an old white bitch, I got to go give Shaquita some money because her son got killed. So I'm a hoe. You see what I'm saying? So my point is that the game sends you a bill. If you a player in the streets and you done played bitches, now you stuck in the last part of your life with a square bitch you can't stand. The game sends you a bill. Puffy the Game just sent you a bill. Pay it. The game sends everybody a bill. And last but not least, and I reflect back to Eiht, because I played his show, his radio stuff on the radio, his music. He was the first East Coast, West Coast prelude. We should have stopped it then. He was the first one to try to, with the DJ Quick thing and all that. If you think about it, that man went through hell trying to show that he can coexist with other people, trying to represent his tribe. Because back then, you wasn't able to just be Crip of blood and just get away with it. Wasn't no cakewalks. Your motherfucking ass better be bout it. If they caught you in that uniform, you bout it. So my point is this. I salute you. That's why I drove over here.
For sure.
And I salute you.
And
I salute the owner of this coin studio because he stayed down with black people and poor people. The owner of this studio, I assume, is either Native American or Caucasian, and I ain't never seen him around nobody but black people he trying to help.
Oh no, let me stop you right there. Shout out to the homeboy Maka. Maka is a brother from out there and been in the penitentiary. We will have him on the show actually. I wish you could have met him, man. Maka is one of the most incredible individuals I've ever met in my life. To change his circumstances, man, and defy the laws. He's just an incredible businessman. This ain't the only thing he got. He got some incredible stuff cracking, man. As brother actually invented the app. Not to get too far off the thing. Brother actually invented
and took the same walks of life that we did.
Yeah, took the same walk of life that we
Went
did.
to
He
the
was out there. He
pen,
was
all
in the
that,
game.
yeah.
Went
You
to
know
the
why?
pen and all
Because
that.
the cream always rises to the top, Big Steel.
For sure.
And pressure makes the best diamond so it could shed light in all directions.
Hey, man, you know, I want to ask you something, man. When we talk about positive black images, man, you had a show on A&E. Why didn't they continue doing that? Because this is the stuff that people need to hear.
Because black unity and unity of poor people is a crime. You can find kiddie porno. You can find black on black murders, getting killed on selfie while you're on your phone on there. But you can't find not one Peacemaker LA Gang War segment on there. Unity of black people is a crime. That's why you don't hear no Public Enemy no more and music of that nature, because anything that's going to enlighten the masses goes against what they want. You done been in the meetings where they tell you, look, we need some shoot 'em up, bang, bang music. But can I tell you this quick story real fast, Steve?
Oh, you got, man, you do your thing, brother.
I was in the pen. I was in the county jail. And a brother walked by. He was on his way to death row. He was a Crip. I vaguely remember where he was from, but he was on swole. And I was a trustee in the hallway. And when the man walking, they yelled, dead man walking. You're supposed to turn around. But because I worked up in high power, because I already had a high power case 1750 for youngsters that don't know about that red wristband, you'll learn. Keep fucking around. The brother stopped and he said, Malik, can I tell you a story? Now, mind you, you're not even supposed to talk to these people. But the deputies let him stop. He said, I'm going to tell you a story to 3 minds. And I told the story to Jesse Jackson and my nigga Q-Bone from 5 Deuce Broadway bear witness that this is the truth. He said, I was in a store once before and they sold mines. They had the white mine, the Chinese mine, and the black mine. And he said, Malik, I walked in the store and I asked the man, how much you want for the white mine? He said, oh, for that one, Malik, I'll take $1 million. I said, well, that's relatively inexpensive, being at the white mine, invented the Constitution, got a lot of history underneath their belt. So I shopped some more in this store. And I ran across a section that sold the Chinese mine. So I asked the man in the store, I said, excuse me, sir, what do you want for the Chinese mine? He said, oh, for Malik, for that one, I'll take $2 million. I said, well, that's relatively inexpensive, being that the Chinese invented the art of war, gunpowder, things of that nature. So I shopped some more in this store. And I ran across the section that sold the black and brown mine. So I asked the man in the store, preferably speaking, I wanted to get a black one because it fit better for me. I said, how much you want for that black mine? He said, oh, Malik, for that one, Malik, I'll take $25 million. I said, you want $1 million for the white mine and their endeavor, $2 million for the Chinese mine and their endeavors and contributions. Why do you want so much for the black mine? He said, because the black mine hasn't been used, it's still in the box.
Oh, my God, man, that's deep.
A mine is a terrible thing to waste. The game gonna send you a bill.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.